Hello, everyone. Sean Higgs, Winner Circle Sports Betting. It's a Friday Football Live. Matt Fargo in-house to start. And who knows, I think we're supposed to get maybe appearance by Marc Lawrence today. Alex Smart will be popping in. But whatever, we're going to start right away here. That's how we roll. Jump right into it because we got a big barn burner underway here. So probably go down to the bitter end, 41-6 in this matchup here. So we got a lot of in-game and to do here in the last 20 minutes of this great Myrtle Beach Bowl game from Brooks Stadium. Before I get to that, hit the like button, share, subscribe, notification bell on. You don't want to miss out on Friday Football Lives. We'll roll these out here through the Super Bowl. So there is that. And the other 6 days a week, free pick videos daily. I roll them out during the week. Chip Trimbus and the Vegas Legends on the weekend. Scott Pritchard, we get Paul Bovey, we get Jim Feist. We got a lot of cats coming in on the weekend with Chip there for Saturday, Sunday action. But again, Monday through Thursday, me, Matt, Brian Bittler, Doug Upstone, Alex Smart. Who am I missing? I don't even know. I got everybody. Kevin. No, I do Kevin. Yes.
Kevin.
We got player props. I almost forgot the player props show. Again, check it all out there on the YouTube channel. And, of course, gamblersworld.net, where all of our best bets, top plays are. Sponsoring the show, check them out because right now, listen, Christmas is a week away. Well, 6 days away, 25% off everything on the site right now. So stuff your stocking with winners. People out there looking for sales at TJ Maxx and Macy's or JCPenney or wherever the hell you go. Maybe you're shopping at, fast food places for gift cards for your children. No, listen. You get 25% off, and then you don't have to worry about paying for anything. We got you covered. There you go. 30-day package, best one out there. All sports included. And it's 25% off now. Not only a 30-day package, every pick and package, 25% off, site-wide at gamblersworld.net. There you go. Come check it out. All right. Let's again, I was making jokes about this game. I have nothing on this game here, 41-6. No interest at all. I did grab I did do a money line parlay with these guys, Memphis and Alabama, just because I was bored I was like, you know what, I got to do something here with 3 games. Want to have a little fun. So far, looking good for the first leg here. I'm not a big parlay guy, but it's on TV. I had to do something for the bowl game, right? I mean, as sick as that sounds, we never say something like that. I was like, you know what? I kind of like Western Michigan. We've rode them through the playoffs through the MAC during MACtion and the championship. We have them here on the videos today. We took them earlier in the week. Although the under 48.5 looks to be a loser. I'm going to go out on a limb and say 48.5 is probably a loser here in this game with 47 with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Yeah. So I had to get somehow involved in Western Michigan. I did that, Matt. I don't know if you had anything in bowl games last night. So far from you, the Bulls, I had Old Dominion was the winner. Jackson State, I got that one. South Florida under was a winner as well there. Lafayette, though, was a loser there, Louisiana. So 3-1 out of the gate here with bowls. I know you were attacking some of these smaller ones when we talked on Tuesday and Wednesday. So how you been doing with them, and what's on tap for the weekend? A lot of better games tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'm off to a 2-1 start in the bowls. Jack State, along with you, also lost with Louisiana, and I won with Arkansas State last night. That was a pretty easy winner. I have nothing in this one. We talked about, we brushed on a little bit about the Western Michigan, how good the Western Michigan defense is. And I don't have it on. I haven't watched. I'm just looking at the box score right now. And the defense is doing its job. I mean, it's funny, like the total yards right now, Western Michigan 295, Kennesaw 293. And they're down 41-6. Isn't that crazy? It's turnover. It's all turnovers and special teams. That's all it is. Kind of like the football game last night.
And good lead away into that game last night. So Rams, Seattle. I had Seattle -1 or actually +1, +105. Never in doubt money line winner. That's when they're wire to wire winners like that, it should be called stealing as opposed to gambling. But yeah, people complaining about the 2-point conversion. Listen, if it was a behind the back, if it was a lateral, it's a fumble.
Yep.
I don't know. There's nothing really to complain about if that was, people
You
complain.
play-
You have Seattle, you're
Right,
happy. You got the Rams, you're pissed off.
Right, you play to the whistle, and there was no whistle, and Charbonnet did the right thing. He just grabbed the ball in the end zone, and they reviewed it. It was the right call. I was on Seattle. I was on Seattle as well. Unfortunately, I had them -1.5, so it's on the wrong side there. And, you feel bad for the Rams money line players. I mean, they outgained Seattle by close to 170. They won the turnover battle 3-0, and they still end up losing the game outright, which is.
I mean, that's crazy. The same. They played in LA, the same thing. They won the turnover battle, but Seattle out-yarded them all over to join that game.
Yeah. Yep.
And honestly, let's listen. I pulled out a miracle Seattle win. That's fine. But I say this all the time about crap in here, whether it's college football, NFL, right? Make a freaking stop, defense. You're up. You're in control of that game. Make a stop. How about Mr. MVP Stats Padford? How about instead of settling for like freaking 5 field goals or whatever the hell you did in the first half of the game, can you get it in the end zone? Like, you're in a position that you shouldn't be in. And you got caught with your pants down, right? I mean, okay, big punt return changes the aspect of the game, but you're in position to put 7 points on the board, and you're settling for 3. You're settling for 3.
Yep, I agree.
And, okay, not only do they score a tying touchdown, they give up a 2-point conversion again. I mean, 2-point conversion. Wow. Make a stop, defense. I don't care what team you are. You're winning a game by double digits. There's no excuse to lose outright. There's none. Make a stop somewhere. You're a champ, and people think the Rams are the best team in the NFC, which I'm not going to argue that they aren't still. They got, a couple 1-point losses. And
I think they are. I think they are, yes. Yes.
I mean, but can you make a stop somewhere? Make the stop. Make the stop.
I think, they showed last night that they are the better team. But Seattle made, like you said, they made the plays when it counted. And, it was like you said, the special teams touchdown, it flipped the game and made it a game again. And give credit to Darnold. I mean, the 2 interceptions he had, the one where the Rams almost returned it for a touchdown, and then the one that happened like the 5-yard line. They were horrible passes. I mean, they're almost like checkdowns, and he threw them right to the Rams players. But I do give him credit for being resilient and bouncing back, and eventually winning the game for them on that final drive. But
we'll talk about that. We won't say nothing about Cooper Kupp fumbling on the 1-yard line now when they're going in the
that was a killer.
I mean, everybody wants to get Darnold. Oh, he sees ghosts, this and that. I mean, you're playing against what are the Rams? 1, 2, or 3? Them, Texans, Seattle, pretty interchangeable, being a top defense.
Yep.
I don't know. That it was a good game. We got a great. I mean, who saw 70 points being scored in that one? 80 points, whatever. Crazy one there. This game here, by the way, we'll give a little update. 41-6, end of the third quarter. In-game numbers 38.5. You laying a 38 here with Western Michigan? You think they're going to punch it in here? They are in the zone here.
Yeah.
A total of 60.5. Are you getting 2 scores here? It's 47 points. You need a couple here to get over that 60.5. You think they do it? You think there's 2 scores?
I think so. I do. Yeah.
Honestly,
I think so, because the defense has been playing well. I mean, when the Kennesaw score came on an 82-yard touchdown pass, so it's kind of a fluke play. So I mean, Kennesaw should be shut out right now. I think the Western Michigan defense shuts them out in the fourth. Continue their great play, and I think that's a good way to go at it.
I mean, we're on the Kennesaw 15-yard line here.
Yep.
If you think they get 7, you're at 54 with a 60 total. So you really need a touchdown. Again, they score fast. All of a sudden, you got 13 minutes. So if you got 13 minutes for 1 touchdown, there's not going to be 1 garbage touchdown in this game.
Yeah, and Kennesaw could score that garbage touchdown for sure. for sure. Like I said, the yardages have been close. I'm just looking at the box. I don't have it on right now, but it's 3rd and 12. Kennesaw just got the ball. What happened?
Did they really? What happened there?
I don't know. It's on the score app. It says Kennesaw gains possession at the 17.
I was just flipping back to a YouTube stream of it because I can't get a good what's it here. I'm saying what is it? 3rd and 12. That's what I got showing. You got Kennesaw ball now?
Yeah, it says TV timeout.
Oh, you're a little ahead of me. A lot of times I usually have
we talked about this the other day. I think a lot of the score apps are ahead of the broadcast because I think they set it like on a delay for TV in case of, I don't know, profanity maybe, I don't know, so they can bleep it out. That's my guess. I don't know.
But I mean, this is way far behind. I mean, even my other apps they're still on 3rd down here. Oh, interception in the end zone. There you go.
Interception. Okay. Yeah.
Interception. So here we go. That under is back. So it was just that. Can we get 2 touchdowns? 54.5 now. Now even one doesn't even get you over there.
Now it's a tough call. Now
I got a juiced minus 180, 60.5. Now down to 58.5. Still juiced to 201. Anyway, let's look at a couple other games coming. So we got Memphis and NC State coming up next. Next bowl game here. Your Union Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, Raymond James down here in Tampa Bay. I don't know if you have anything on this game, what your looks are for at this game here. I wanted NC State just based on the play of Memphis coming in here, right? You've lost 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
You lost your coach. You lost a playoff berth, and then you just haven't shown up. And I was with Alex and Doug on yesterday, and they were like, they were Memphis backers here. They were Memphis backers. So I said, okay, we'll roll a Memphis play out here for everybody. And I'm still stuck on the way the ending season has for them. How, again, don't love it. Don't love it at all. But on the same token, the line has come down. And I'm just befuddled on that one. I mean, makes 0 sense to me. What is your take on this one? I mean,
we talked about this on it was the Wednesday show.
Was it the Wednesday show with you guys? It was Wednesday with you guys. I didn't know. You're right. It was you and Brett Biller.
Yeah, you brought up the same point about how they closed the season with 3 straight losses. They were right in the thick of the playoff, and the season went down the drain. Towards the end of the season, lose their coach.
Yep.
It's all valid. But the one thing is, I mentioned the matchup. They have a huge matchup edge in the running game on both sides, and the line's coming down. The SEC is going through a lot of opt-outs right now. I'm looking at them. The injury situation was okay, but they're losing a lot on defense for opt-outs, and they're losing Hollywood Smothers. They're running back. I don't know how important he was this season, but they have more opt-outs, which is maybe a little surprising because you would think it would be Memphis because they lost their coach. But like I said on Wednesday, that I don't think an interim coach right now is a downgrade from the what's his name, Silverfield, something like that.
Oh, yeah, he's terrible.
I don't think he was a great coach anyways. I think it was a bad hire for Arkansas, but so be it, whatever that case may be. But yeah, I think people are looking at the opt-outs. I think they're looking at the matchup here for Memphis, that they have the edge. And I didn't think the line would come down this much. It's down to 3.5 now.
Right.
I saw it yesterday at 4. I mean, when I printed out my sheet for the Bulls, I think I did it on, I want to say Monday or Tuesday, and it was 6. Let's come down a ton. And yeah,
Now,
I like Memphis.
Smothers is out. You said Smothers opted out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, because
he's in the transfer portal. Whether he plays, it doesn't say if he's playing or not. I doubt he plays.
I mean, if you're in a transfer portal, why are you playing? But that's the problem with these things, with these kids. You don't know. They come in and still play. And honestly, if I'm a coach, and now there's threes up here. Now it's down to a 3 in some spots here this game. If I'm a coach and you're like, yeah, I'm opting out of this, bro, and then you want to come back, you're not coming back. You've already
I agree.
already left us during a bowl game to say, by the way, I want to come back.
Yeah, if you're leaving the program in the future, you're leaving it today. See ya. Sorry, there's no commitment. As a coach, I'd be like, nope. Here's the door.
And not only that, if I'm the other guy, why the hell? No. I don't want you playing in that game. Because really, why? I don't want you playing that game. Like, you buy a car from somebody. Oh, I'll drive it over. The hell you gonna drive it over here? I'm gonna go pick it up and drive it over. I don't need you crashing it. And I don't need you blowing out at me.
Yeah, so here you open the door. Let me kick you in the ass to throw you out. Smothers has had a very good season. You're right. I didn't know much about him, but yeah, almost 1,000-yard rusher. So yeah, it's a big loss for them.
Yeah,
and I assume he's definitely not going to play. I shouldn't say definite because there are some players that are in these bowl games, the lesser ones, that are transferring out and they're going to play, which I don't agree with, but so be it for whatever the program wants.
What do you say, Alex?
How you doing? I'm entering.
We're talking some Memphis, NC State here. We're thinking about who's opting out, why the line is down to 3, and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's so many opt-outs. You know, this whole bowl season has just been one of those I don't know, shit boxes, because I mean, you're fighting more than just like the lines makers. You're fighting like opt-outs. You're fighting guys looking for nil deals. You're looking at people going to the NFL draft because of whatever. And, you know, like some of these Power 4 teams, I mean, who knows? I mean, so that's where we're at now. I'm sure we can like sort of designate certain picks that we look at, or certain, how do we say it? Certain lines that sort of, I know, stand out, but you know, it's like navigating chaos. So, you know, let's look at the big picture here. The trends, shopping, these movements, like I said, opt-outs, transfer portal, MVPs of chaos is like, you know, the theme. And you think star quarterback sitting out to protect their NFL stock, or jumping ship, like I said before, for nil deals. And it's just widened the spreads in favor of teams with more roster stability, especially, like I said, once again, I'm repeating myself, but Power 4 teams. And, you know, let's look at one. There was one, and I sort of picked it out from all of these, and it was that Michigan, when Michigan fired Sharon Moore, you know, never mind about the actual reason for it, but, you know, the Citrus Bowl, I mean, swung from -4.5 to 7. I mean, that's just huge. And if you're not, you know, like in on these lines right away, man, you're done. So, yep.
You know what? I don't even hate that. I sort of like Texas in that game anyway, because I thought Michigan wasn't really a good team this year. So that, I mean, would you like a smaller number? But is the coach really that much? Because that is, for Michigan, are guys really going to leave? I mean, you really leave a Michigan to go somewhere else? Like, look, you know, Michigan's going to get a coach that's going to be pretty decent, right? I mean, I don't think they're going to have. You know, it's not kind of like these smaller schools, like the guy in North Texas leaves, he's taking a quarterback, right? The smallers and the mid-majors are taking guys with them. That makes sense.
Absolutely.
But you're right on this one. I just took Memphis plus 3.5 here.
I'm trying to see if this Smothers kid is playing or not. It's just saying he's transferring.
They said he opted out. I'm reading the thing that says he's opted out.
If you see an opt out, then that is guaranteed. Then okay.
That's and that was just from how many hours ago? December 19th at 12:10 p.m. So that's
very recent.
That was an hour ago. You know.
Yep.
So this says that he's definitely opt out.
Interesting.
It says NC State's outlook has changed significantly with the opt-out of leading rusher Hollywood Smothers. The Wolfpack offense now shifts towards Jaden Scott as a primary ball carrier, while the defense remains a concern against Memphis' offense led by seasoned dual-threat quarterback. So, yeah, this is odds checker. So that's where I picked that up at. So,
yep.
Magic Mars in the house. Go ahead, Alex. I'm just saying hello to the chat.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm looking at that Nebraska offensive line coach firing, and that sort of moved the line right away. It's still moving. It's still all over the damn place. It went from 2 touchdowns to 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and God knows where else it's going to end up. Just all because of that. So you think the offensive scheme would stay somewhat similar. I mean, what are they going to do? Just like flip it over to something different? I mean, I don't know. I look at this stuff.
Well, you also have the fact it's Willingham's last game. He's retiring for Utah. Right. He's out. So, that's going to bump up a little bit there. And who's the quarterback for Nebraska? They lost their quarterback anyway, so they're already on a backup quarterback.
He's transferring up. Really?
Well, he got hurt. Remember, he got hurt against whoever he got hurt. UCLA. I forgot he got hurt against somebody in the Nebraska quarterback.
I think he's transferred now. Isn't he transferring? There's transfer rumors about him doing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying for the fact that they already had a backup quarterback. Now you got offensive line problems, and then the team you're playing, their legend of a coach is finally deciding to hang it up. Are you telling me these guys ain't gonna come out here and put up a fucking like go look at the Utah scores. Go look at Utah's offense. I'm gonna pull up their wall. I mean, they scored like 45 a game. This is like a team that's pretty good that no one talked about. I mean, they lost to BYU, all right, and they were favored in by BYU. Now that could be, BYU is BYU that good or whatever the case may be. We have our thoughts on BYU. But the Utah offense, let's see, 31, 57, 55, and we'll put it this way, 51 versus K-State. That was on November 22nd. This wasn't like some cream puff. They weren't playing like Utah University or something. 55 at Baylor, 45 versus Cincy, 53 Colorado. There's the 24-21 BYU, 42 Arizona State, 48 West Virginia. They lost to Texas Tech. 31 at Wyoming, 63 versus Pal Collie, and 43 at UCLA. At Nebraska is not BYU or Texas Tech. Not even close defensively. Not even close.
I agree.
What's the team total on it? I don't know if you can pull up team totals for a game that's a month out. I mean, that is really down the road, that game. It's, New Year's Eve. I might be invested in that. I might have to take a little Utah. I'll lay that point because I
would wait. You know why I say that? Because there's a potential opt-out that I'm looking at right now for Devin Dampier, the quarterback. It's not official, so that's something to keep an eye on. And he's had a pretty decent year.
I can't see them leaving. Not for that coach. Other coaches maybe. Utah is a different kind of animal up there, man. They're a loyal bunch. I mean, just thinking of stuff with their old quarterback, he wouldn't even put him on the injured list. Cam Rising, they got to even make an injured list. He didn't play for 2 years. Hey, he's questionable today.
You love this game. You love this game. I could tell you. You throw on your caution to the wind. Don't care. You love this game. I don't even have this one. I don't even have it. I didn't even get down on this one yet. But you had brought it up about the big heavy spread. I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait a second here. I know because I like Willingham. Then I just got to look because bowls are about like kind of finding the motivation and this and that and who's playing, who's not kind of crap. You got a coach that these players love, right? How many guys transfer out of Utah? I mean, maybe a couple. It's not like you don't have marquee guys like we're leaving out of here, right? It's for whatever reason that team plays like their coach. Like, here's our lunchbox. We're coming to work. We're going to pound you with the ball. Hey, we could score like this as well. That's a team you definitely got to look at, even though it's a big spread.
I'm looking at an article at the Desert News, and Dampier has confirmed that he will play.
Okay.
So we got some Titans talking here. But let's just stick with football magic, Mark. We'll go to your Miami Hurricanes tomorrow versus the Aggies. And I'm a Cane guy. I always bring up my little Schellenberger mini helmet behind me. To me, this is Cristobal versus Elko, and that's it. That's the handicap. If that was the line, it wouldn't be 3.5. it would be probably 13.5, 14 points. I do not trust Cristobal. Is Miami as talented as any team across the board? Absolutely. The guy could recruit like a champion. He was recruiting when he was at Florida Atlantic or Florida International, wherever he was before. He did it. He could get guys in. I mean, Oregon, top 5. He just makes the stupidest plays. He can't play call. I mean, really, Miami. Listen. You shouldn't even be in the damn playoffs. You lost twice as a double-digit favorite. The last time you came to Texas, SMU mauled you out of the building, and they're like the 5th best team in Texas. There might be a high school team better than that squad here. I mean, what? Now you're going here? 100,000 people? When's the last time Miami saw 100,000 people? In their parade back in 2000?
Definitely not this year.
And again, and A&M's not some great, juggernaut kind of team themselves. It's not like they're going to come in here and win like 58-6, right? They were in a shootout versus Miami. They lost to Texas. And I'll give them that, Alex. Like, that was a game. We talked about it on here on Winner Circle. That's right. Hey, if we lose this game, who cares? We're in the playoffs. Let's rest up and get ready. We got bigger fish to fry. We want to be national champs. On the same token, you're losing to Texas in a rivalry game where they're going to be like, oh, we own you, Horns, whatever kind of nonsense crap these wacko Texans want to cheer between A&M and the Longhorns. But for them, it was better not to go play Georgia, right? Like, why are we going to play an extra game? It'll hurt us. Like, why? God forbid something happens, we lose a guy. We take the one loss. We're still in the top 5. We don't care. But I can't lay. I mean, it's A&M or nothing for me here, Alex.
Everything you said's true. I mean, we could hurt some Canes fans, egos or whatever what you want to call it. But hey, man, that's brutally true. You gotta look at the truth. We're gambling here. We're not worrying about people's feelings. So I agree with you 100%. Everything you said, and it's brutal, but it's the truth.
And I'm a Cane guy. It hurts. Like but you lost to 2 guys as double-digit favorites. Like, you can't win on the road. This goes back to, I remember, what was it, last year in Cal. I was like, oh, you got to take Cal here, get like 30 or something. They nearly lost to Cal. And then they came back and went to Virginia Tech, nearly lost that. They should have lost. I don't know how they pulled that one out of their hat. On the road, no, thank you, Matt. I mean, what, you got any thoughts on this one?
Yeah. I mean, I like A&M. I agree with that. The only counterpoint I would have is that Texas A&M had a very favorable schedule in the SEC. They didn't play any really good teams. That they beat Missouri and LSU, and then they lost to Texas. Besides that, they played nobody. They played every other SEC game they played were against teams that are not going to be in any bowl game. All will do right. So that's the only counter argument that I would have with A&M is they really haven't played the stiffness of competition, and the one team that's, I guess, Texas, if you consider that, late in the season. And, of course, they played Notre Dame and beat Notre Dame, so I'll give them credit for that for sure. And this could be the best defensive and offensive line that the Aggies have seen this year. But, yeah, this is going to be a crazy environment for Miami. The only, I guess, good part for them is that it's a 11 a.m. local kickoff time. But I'm sure they'll be getting out there early in the morning. There's a big game for them. So I'm sure they'll be getting out there early.
Well, the way the line moved, Lou moved off the opener, and so there's money moving here on Miami. So like Miami's not completely out of the minds of we'll say smart bettors. So when a line moves like that, I mean, you have to give it some respect. But once again, the brutal truth, you just keep on saying the same stuff over and over again, and it ends up being true. And you watch these games over the years and since Cristobal's been around, and you see the same thing over and over again. So what's going to change this time around? Yep. I understand completely.
Yeah, like Sean said, he's a great recruiter, but he like back in his days in Oregon, like he lost a big game. He lost some big games.
I mean, I know they're not favored, but I mean, I don't trust them to cover. And you're right. Listen, the noon kickoff for them here, that's not going to affect them because they're used to early. I mean, they play in Miami. They're used to early start. They don't care. Is 70 degrees going to bother them? No, they play in Miami. It's not going to, this is not a tough. You're Miami coming to Texas. It's the same way.
Yeah, the reason I brought that up was just from a crowd standpoint. Just would it be more rowdy at 7 p.m. as opposed to 11 a.m.?
Exactly.
That's what
that
Would you guys
For
have been
sure.
on the 4 or on the 3? Like, what are we saying here? We're going to take the underdog at 4 or 3, or is there a reason that we don't mind going like with a field goal difference, or you just think the line's fucked up? It's, excuse my language, but is it completely screwed up?
Yeah, I think it's too low. I have 2 sets of power numbers that I go by, just a bunch of mishmash of different things, and I have a 7 and a 5.4. So I think it's too low.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
we talk about shopping around and different lines and this and that, all types of stuff, right? Oh, you got to find your book, da-da-da. And when we talk about, well, what are the percentages on bets? Oh, everybody's on XYZ. Hard Rock, which is the only place I think to bet in Florida, right? 2.5 on this game.
Mhm.
Is a 2.5 minus 120. You're used to it. But then you go somewhere like MGM, 3.5, right? It's 3.5 everywhere else except for Florida, where it's 2.5. I wonder why it's a point lower
I don't like
in the
it.
state of Florida.
I don't like it. I don't like anything. There's something stinks about the whole line. That's what I was saying. It's just screwed up. There's something.
And you're right. You have Texas A&M who they beat Notre Dame, and they got to give them the Notre Dame win, because if we're going to say Notre Dame should be in the playoffs, and technically they're a 5-point favorite over Oklahoma, where Alabama's a 1-point dog now. You got to give them credit for a big road win. But as Matt alluded to, in SEC play, you beat nobodies. You beat the bottom half of the conference, and you lost to Texas. And again, the Texas one could have been like, let's just get through the motions. If we win, great. Let's just try to get to the playoffs. That's our main goal. SEC championship's great. Texas, hey, listen, we're 10-1. Who cares you beat us? We don't, again, 5 years ago would have meant something different. Now with expanded playoffs, and we don't need to get to the championship. That's the problem with the playoffs. You don't need to get to a championship game. Like Oregon's sitting there. How good's Oregon? I don't know how good Oregon is, but they didn't have to battle Ohio State or Indiana again, because they just sat out like, we're getting in here. We got a 1 loss. We're good to go. That's the problem with these playoffs. It changes the whole motivation and the aspect of how a team go in. You get down early, it's like, hey, fellas, we don't want to lose. I mean, I'm sure not saying it, but in the back of the mind is like, who cares if we lose? We're going to be in the playoffs anyway. We don't have to come out here and kill ourselves to try to get a win.
I think it's so hard for the books. I know it's hard for the books to set lines now. It's become as difficult for them as it is for us to sort, on both sides of the counter, to sort of like, balance what's going on. But you can see it. And I don't know if everybody knows how the new Las Vegas works, but most of this is just AI work. It's AI work. And it used to be all human input, and then little bits of information would come in, and the lines would adjust based on smart money and whatever, wherever the book needed to be to sort of like, to guarantee themselves a profit, even though they always say that's not that important. But of course we know it is. And now we have a situation here with this kind of line, and everyone's sitting and wondering. So AI set that line, and AI algorithm set that line, and then it's been tweaked from there based on smart money and whatever else. So there we are. There's where we sit. Us against robotics.
Yeah, it's computers.
There's Chuck in Florida saying, there you go, 2.5 and plus 130 there. 2.5 and plus 130.
Going back to the A&M schedule, look at the Miami schedule. Who did they beat in their conference? They played the ACC. They beat Pitt, Virginia Tech, NC State, who's decent, I guess, Syracuse, Stanford, FSU. They didn't beat anybody either. They beat Notre Dame. Who else did they beat? So both these teams have played comparable weak schedules within their conference. They've both beaten one team that possibly should be in here. So it's kind of a wash, and Texas A&M is getting the home field edge based on probably the 2-3 point bump.
It's crazy.
I think it should be higher.
Because the bottom of these conferences, people are like, the SEC just means more. Freaking Auburn was winless or had one win in conference. Like, I mean, how is that any difference than a crappy Stanford team? It's not. It's not. Oh, it's a rivalry. Well, who cares?
Yeah.
No, that's no. But you're absolutely right. Who'd they beat? Nobody. In fact, they lost to 2 teams as 10-point favorites.
Sure.
At least the A&M loss was to a rival and a spot for them when you could see them being like flat. I give them the benefit of the doubt. They didn't
And
lose as a double.
And it was on the road. It was on the road. It was at Texas.
You know? We got Western Michigan here. We talked about at halftime. They missed a field goal here. We were talking about it, Alex. I was like, oh, do you think this game gets over? You need 2 touchdowns in the second half to go over this total. Like they got, because Western Michigan scored one like 2 minutes into the third, and it was 41-0 or whatever, 41-6, and then nothing since. 3 minutes to go. Anybody who had that over thinking all you need is a touchdown, right? 2 touchdowns in a quarter. And at that point, it was 2 touchdowns with Western Michigan on the 15 going in. And then it was a commercial break, and you come back, interception on the 1-yard line, and then it drops to 58. And here we go. This game is going to end 41-6, maybe 41-13, still stay under that 60. It might actually. How bad is this going to be if Kennesaw throws the ball and gets picked off? It's going to stay under the opener 47.5, and it was 27-0 in the first quarter. Wow. Oh boy, get on the X for all the rigged comments coming out next, folks. Here's the newsflash: the bet loses. It's not rigged. All right, I'm just throwing that out there.
That's not rigged. That's not rigged. No.
And if it was rigged, you should have been on the fixed side. That's all I got to say.
That's the best way to look at it. Yeah, that's right. I don't know, these smaller bowls, man. They're a dangerous bet. You've got to have your edges when you place your money down on this. Yeah.
Man, if this game stays under, that would be crazy for what we're talking about at the beginning of the fourth quarter. That would be insane.
Yeah.
27 points in the first quarter, and they scored 20 since. and they just missed a field goal.
This is just a field goal here.
First and 10 for Kennesaw on a 22 with 4 minutes to go. Are they really scoring a touchdown? There's going to be a pick 6 here. The question is if it's a pick 6 or just a regular, we're going to fall on and the game's over. We're going to run out the clock.
I think Western Michigan, if they get it back, for sure, they're just going to.
I saw a lot of people come in on Kennesaw too late. Like, I'm taking that 3.5, coming in 3.5.
Yeah.
All right, I see some NFL stuff, but let's jump into another college football game here. Danny Boy wants to talk about the Sooners in Alabama tonight. All right, so
I'm gonna be part, gentlemen. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Sean and Matt, but it's a lot of running around to do today, and it was great checking in with you guys. And I've got to play on that Alabama game tonight anyway. So anyway, take care, guys.
All right, man. Hell with you. Get out of here.
Have a good week, man.
Good seeing another ball-headed guy anyway. Okay, see you guys later.
Go grab some Alex best bets today over at Gamblers World. Again, 25% off every pick and package. And he's been on a pretty good heater lately himself with NFL and stuff there. So get on board with Alex. But Sooners and Bama night. You got anything on this game? So if you do,
I do. We can talk about it. I'm okay with that. We talked about it Wednesday.
Yeah, we took the under in this game, 40.5 on Wednesday.
Yep.
Or maybe not on Wednesday. Maybe it was a Thursday show. We took this game.
No, we did it Wednesday. We took the under.
Wednesday as well. Okay.
But my one concern about it was that I brought up was the fact that 1 month ago they played and the total was a touchdown higher. Now it's a touchdown under from what it was. But we still like the under. You can get. I see some 41s out there.
It's like, and it's, I was saying this to Arizona show. I'm like, boy, a 41 based on the way the defense has played last time, which is, I understand that Mater's injured, but you've had 2 weeks to kind of get a little bit healthier, and you're thinking a bowl playoff championship game, and I say championship game, I mean, because it's for the, they got to win to move on championship.
Right.
You'd say, screw it. I'm going to come out here and play, and if I hurt my hand again, so be it. I want to win. Why? I mean, I could see this game easily being 27-24 and going over this total, right? I mean, at 40. Or it could be exactly what people think it's going to be, a 17-16 slop fest because the offenses are bad and the defenses are pretty decent. I mean, Sidewise, the line is flipped, Danny boy, from a 1.5 dog to a 1.5 favorite. Go ahead, flip a coin for yourself there. I mean, I'm with Matt here. I do have a pickup on this game on the site, and we do give you loads of stuff that we have picks on. But we already given you the under on this one here. So if you want to decide,
if you go back and look at the first meeting, Alabama pretty dominated the game. Simpson had a great game. They doubled them up in first downs. Yardage was 406 to 212. Time of possession, they won by almost 10 minutes. Difference was 4 turnovers per Bama. You know, it always comes down to turning the ball over. It really does. Mateer had a horrible game, 138 yards. They couldn't get the offense going. I don't trust Oklahoma's offense. I really don't. And to make matters worse with Mateer, he's not 100%. Yes, he's had some extra time to rest, but I don't think the offense is going to do much in this game for the Sooners. I really don't.
We're going to shift gears here for Magic Mar. Now we're going to hit some NFL now. We covered all the Friday games. We talked about high noon tomorrow, A&M and Miami. Chiefs, Titans, 3.5.
Oh.
You know, I got Casey. I got Casey. I got the Titans plus 10.5 in this one. You know, I also took Dallas at I think -1 because my thought process was KC Chargers, huge game. Whoever wins is going to be a little flat off of that game, and they'll be feeling extra spicy and happy off of being a rival and stuff like that. I was not expecting look at this huge run here for freaking Kennesaw. 50-yard run here, busted it off here with 2 minutes to go to make your total. Anybody on the over be happy here. I was not expecting Mahomes to be lost for 1.5 years with an injury. That being said, at 3.5, I can say, you know what? Or even a 3, I wouldn't mind taking Kansas City in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Minshew's a guy. Are we going to be shocked if they come in and win and cover these next games at the end of the season with Gardner Minshew? I won't be. It will not shock me one bit. All right? I mean, I got a veteran guy back there. And you're playing against Tennessee. I don't – I mean, 3 is not enough. It's not enough. I mean,
I hope you're going to take KC -3 or 3.5, and you got a pretty big middle there to work with. I grabbed the middle, and I grabbed the middle last week. I had flag in the end zone here in Kennesaw. I had a big middle last week. I had Seattle -3.5, and it went to 14. Yeah,
and the crazy thing is, I lose to 3.5. That's the worst part. I ended up split with Seattle -3.5 against the Colts.
Yeah, this is one of those games where. Casey, what Casey is going to show up? Are they going to show up, down in the dumps now that they're completely eliminated from the playoffs, or are they going to go out, for the one game inspired to win one for Mahomes?
The win one for the Gipper.
Right. And Minshew's not bad. I mean, he can move an offense, especially against Tennessee.
This is the lowest line. The only time they were a 3-point dog at Cleveland. I mean, this is still Kansas City. I mean, what?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching either way, but I think I would have to lean KC in this particular spot. If this was the following week, if they had a game in between, and this was a number, depending on what they did, I probably wouldn't touch KC.
I mean,
this is the one game I think to back KC. They've been awful as a favorite this year. Awful.
Yeah.
I don't think they covered one game as a favorite. Now I think about it.
Which is, again, nothing new. Let's go. Let's be honest here. Kansas City not covering, and I'll get their number in just 1 second. 5-9 ATS, 10-4 to the under. Not shocking they don't cover. The last 3 years they've been a under team and a 500 at best covering team. Right? I mean, that's just what they are. Laying 3 to the Chargers, 3 to the Colts, 3.5. Those are all fine and dandy. I can understand those kind of 3s, 3.5. Tennessee. Again, the worst Tennessee line all season was at Cleveland getting 3. Or tell me, and this goes back, I think we talked about, or maybe I was with Doug on Thursday show doing NFL. If they totally go bonkers and lay that egg here today, Andy Reid is definitely retiring at the end of the year.
Very well could be.
That would be, you know what? The season is lost. I've lost the clubhouse. Nobody even has a heart left anymore. This is it. We're losing to Tennessee on the road.
Yeah.
Oof, boy.
Yeah. So I take it back. In October, KC had a good run against Detroit, Vegas, and Washington. They covered 3 in a row as favorites. But since then, they've lost 6 straight, all as favorites.
I think they had Baltimore. They covered against Baltimore too in that spot, but that was a banged up Baltimore team. So it's not, all that.
Right.
And even I'd say, let's just go to the under here, 37.5. 37.5 on the total.
Yeah, that's pretty low. That's low. And that's based on Kansas City, stopping Tennessee, who they are. Tennessee is second to last behind Cleveland in EPA on offense. They're, Cam Ward has shown some flashes that he can be a quarterback, but he's raw and he's just not consistent. Yes. So
we're at the 2-minute warning here, 41-6. Kennesaw on the 15-yard line, Matt, by the way. Kennesaw is crushing Chuck's souls this afternoon. Yeah, if at Kennesaw, you're in trouble. Maybe advantage to the home team. Oklahoma be loud at Gaylord Stadium. That's they have the home field there.
It's gonna be it's a big edge. I 100%.
Do I love Oklahoma? I don't think Oklahoma should be in the playoffs.
Right. But Bama's not going to be intimidated by a big crowd on the road. They've been through many times.
All right, we got a Monday nighter here from Magic Bar. Thoughts on the Niners laying the 6? They should roll here. I think the public's gonna be, look at that. They almost beat Seattle. They almost beat Seattle again, 6 at home here. Rivers. I don't see it. I mean, the Niners seem to be coming together a little bit now, getting their guys back. I still got the best guy on the field in CMC. He's been good. He's been healthy. He's been good the whole year. I got receivers coming back. Why do I think this is like a 30-10 game? I thought the same thing of Seattle last week. I thought it'd be like a 30-9, 30-13 kind of affair. You had your one win. You got a suppressed number here because this was 5.5, I think, as an opener. Like I can't believe they're not favored by a touchdown on the road. That just shows you how the books just totally do not think Purdy's a good quarterback. That these guys aren't even a touchdown favorite.
Yeah, that could be it. I think it's San Fran enough.
Matt, I think the Niners have a shot to win the division now.
They too, because Seattle won last night. If San Fran wins out, they have this game. I forget who's in between. And they host Seattle the final game of the year, and they play somebody in the middle. Not very good, I think. Oh, I can't remember who it is.
I got it right here.
But yeah, if they win out, if they win out, the Rams win out, and Seattle wins next week, there'll be 3 teams at 13-4, and the 49ers win the division. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, they have the Bears next week at home. Sunday
Bears
night.
at home. Then they host Seattle week 18, which will decide the division.
It is a winnable game. It's a winnable. The Bears are a winnable game. I mean, they got to be thinking now, just because you should win and we got reason and momentum or whatever kind of crap. Hey, we win this, we win that. You got to play the game first. You got to play the game. On the same token, man, how many times, if a team wins, do they cover in the NFL? Most of the time, if the team's going to win, they're going to cover the number.
Most of the time, right.
You're going to be up in the mid-50s, probably close to 57, 58% of the time. If it's, we got a fumble-aya. This game is staying under 41-6. Near sack, and he went back to throw it. He knocked it out and fumbled on it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Listen, if you're on the X, go crazy. It's rigged. Who had that? Who had rigged today? If you had rigged minus 115, congratulations, you won today. Oh my goodness!
What is the announced attendance going to be for that game? Can you tell how many people are at that game? Under 100?
I don't know. I've been just glancing over at the game, I didn't see any crowd. Anytime I looked over, I'm just more looking for. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the comments. So I'm watching it on the YouTube feed here. Yeah, they were shaving points on purpose. This guy. Stuff was rigged. Thank you, Vegas. Vegas keeps the game under by a half. Everything is rigged. I mean, people are just nuts.
It's played like the score app. I don't know if you have that enough. They have a chat also. It's going crazy right now. Everything's rigged.
Just 1 yard rushing for my guy here or something. I mean, people are just nuts. Like, this is people who just started betting. This is all newbie people into the world of sports betting. Never had a bookie back in the day to call up on a telephone and never used an offshore. It's rigged. My $5 parlay is rigged. I mean, oh my goodness. It's here's a novel idea. Don't bet.
Yep.
How about that, losers?
If you think it's rigged, why would you go into something? Why would you put money into something that you think is fixed?
I don't get it. And that's the argument I have with people all the time. Like, if you think it, why are you even doing it then? Why aren't you on the fixed side then? It's so rigged that people never have the every winner beforehand. Right?
That's crazy.
Chargers in Dallas, Danny boy. Again, as I said here, I took the Titans with the big number beforehand. I took Dallas here also because if the Chargers were coming in, what are they in? Off a big, tough, narrow win over Kansas City, which is exactly what it was. Dallas is what? Hanging on by an eyelash? I mean, honestly, I think if Philly wins, I think Dallas might be even out of the playoffs by the time these games start.
If keep an eye out for Green Bay. If Green Bay wins tomorrow night, Dallas is done. Yep. So if you're going to bet on Dallas, if you want to bet on Dallas, wait until the end of the Green Bay Chicago game. If Chicago wins, Dallas is still alive. So that is the spot to take Dallas, and the line might go up. It's 2.5 right now. You'll probably. Is it still 2.5? I have a printout.
I'll flip over to it. Hold on a second.
If you're going to touch the Chargers Dallas game, wait until after the result of the Packers game before you make a move on it.
I see twos. I grabbed Dallas. It was 130 on the money line when I grabbed them.
Yeah, 2.5.
Again, I'm going to say even if they're knocked out of it, is Dak going to sit out the last 3 games of the year? That's not happening. This is their final home game, number one. No, this is a Dallas spot. If Dallas is going to score some points and just be out of it, you are not sitting. These guys are not going to sit out with 3 games left to go. You want to pull it out on Christmas Day, or you want to take Washington versus Cowboys on Christmas? Sure, take Washington next week, right? Nice early game. You get Washington plus 3.5 at home. I would take that game right now. I would take it right now because that game will be a pick 'em after this game, because that is where I could see a half a game of Dak. And honestly, in the last game against the Giants, a straight up under in that game. I don't even know what it's going to be. 36.5. I mean, I don't even know who's quarterbacking. But this game here, I will use a simple, stupid handicap of final home game, fans, Dak, maybe some incentives for touchdowns or stupid crap like that. You're going to win here. Chargers, much bigger game next week. They got the Texans next week at home. That's what they're worried about. They got the Texans next week. Dallas game. Hey, if the Chargers win this, and we've seen the Chargers, we've seen a couple teams like this. Then we, playing down, low scoring games. When did they lose? Didn't they lose like 30-6 on the road to Jacksonville? I'm not saying Dallas and Jacksonville, stuff like that. We've seen some clunkers. Right? We've seen the Chargers lose a game or two. So all I'm saying is that you're off a Kansas City huge win. Dallas might have nothing to play for, but final, I just can't see. Again, it's nothing about the number or anything. It's just more of how the emotions of everything coming together and who's up next for the Chargers. This is Cowboys all day for me. Only way I can do is Dallas here.
Yeah, and everybody loves the Chargers right now. They're coming off the win over KC. They won 3 in a row. They won, I think, 6 or 7 as well. So they're playing well, and the money's coming in on them. The line has come down from 2.5 to 2. So yeah, I think the public will be on the Chargers no matter what, even though Dallas is typically a public team. Yeah, I'm in agreement with what you're saying based on the last home game is big. I didn't realize that. That's a very, very good point. I did not know that.
I mean, that's the way I look at it. I'm like, if it was next week, I get it. Maybe you get a half a game of Dak, and it's like, oh, he's done for the day. You're going to get some reps out of Joe Milton or whatever. Not here. Not in your last one at home. I mean, you could still be a 500 team. You could still finish 9-7 and be respected. What do you want, a losing record? Like, they're a 500. They've been a 500 team for the last freaking 20 years. Exactly. Every once in a while, they roll out that 13-3 record like every 3 years because they get like the bottom half of teams, and then all of a sudden the offense comes together and you're winning games 38-20 every week, and then you get rolled in the playoffs by a good team.
Yep.
But they're going to get to. Let's be honest, they'll have 9 wins this year. I mean, if they're sitting, it's not here. They don't want to be under 500. I can't see that. No way. It's Dallas. It's got to be Dallas for me here. Chuck says, with a huge kick in the groin in Netflix, if they sit back and see, they're not doing that. I mean, it would be funny. And like I said, I like Washington next week. I do. I look at the Christmas games. I will take Washington as a home dog. I don't know about Detroit as a home. Minnesota as a home dog. I'll probably be on Detroit. I haven't taken them. And Chiefs Broncos. You got anything on that one? Have you looked into the Christmas games yet, or anything for next weekend?
I think a lot of it depends what happens with Denver this week. I like Jacksonville this week against Denver. It depends, like I said, like the Kansas City 1-game bump, and I don't know if they'll be inspired to play. That game's in Denver, right? KC Denver? No,
it's in KC. That's a KC game. So it'll be 5.5-point dog for KC there.
That's their last home game. Yeah. What I don't like is the fact that we got Detroit and Dallas every Thanksgiving, right? And now we get them on Christmas? Come on, schedule makers.
Well, I mean, even on these Thursday games, Sunday nighters, Mondays, they think X is going to happen, right? So we have Washington here because they thought they're a playoff team.
Right.
We got the Vikings.
I get why, but
I mean, the Vikings won 14 games last year. I don't know who the heck thought they were going to come in and win 14 games again with a rookie quarterback. I don't know where that thought process came from. So there's that. Bears-Niners on Sunday night makes sense. They've been high on the Bears. Even last year, the Bears got a lot of primetime action.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? We only got 2 NFL games. I'm going to put Dallas out here as a game here, minus the 2 as a show pick, because we really didn't touch on anything there. We did it. I know. Actually, we did say Kansas City minus a 3, right? KC minus 3. You want to make it a little show pick here?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Kansas City minus 3, Dallas minus 2. Any other? I mean, we covered a couple games on Thursday, me and Doug. So I don't want to tell you who they are, folks. I want you to go watch a video and hit the like button over there.
Watch it.
If you haven't already, if you've been here for an hour and haven't hit the notification bell, what are you doing? Hit the freaking bells already. And again, these are our free picks.
The Giants did not make my premium playlist, but I almost took them. I don't trust McCarthy as a road favorite. I think the Giants have a shot. It's just been defense and special teams with them, and if they can just stop the stupid mistakes, and especially Minnesota coming off that Dallas game, I like the Giants getting the points at home. I don't know how you feel about it.
I think one. I mean, we haven't heard anything about Jackson Dart. Only was a dude was in concussion protocol again this week for the 5th time in 10 games. Right? I mean, how the heck Are the Giants rolling this kid out here with his 5th concussion protocol, besides the fact he didn't start to week 4, and he's missed, 2 or 3 games because he was hurt. And then they got him in concussion protocol again, and they're going to wheel him out here against Minnesota. You got 2 freaking wins. And I don't love Minnesota. I went against them the last 2 weeks, and I'm 0-2 against them. But on the same token, Minnesota is now playing for a draft pick. This kid's looking to establish himself. The coaches are like, we need this guy. Is this the real him now the last 2 weeks? We need him to improve. It would be Minnesota or nothing for me in this one. Because honestly, I don't think Dart's going to play this game.
He's going to play. He'll play. He's going to play. That's what I read. So, I mean, as a Giant, and this isn't me being a Giant homer to say better on the Giants, I like this kid. I want him to be around for a while. I think he has a really bright future here. And I agree. I would not put him out there for safety reasons, but, he could use the reps. And yes, maybe you are putting him in danger, but it's a catch-22. It's, half glass full, half glass empty. It's like, what do you choose? Do you choose?
I know. This is what, his 5th time in concussion protocol?
Yeah, but the thing about it is, like, I'm no doctor, but when you have that many concussions, that doesn't go away. So you could take a hit next week, you could take a hit next year, and you'll still probably get another concussion or 2 down the road.
I get it.
Based on the past.
Why let him play the last 3 games of the year of a team that's 2 wins? You know what? If that's the case, bench him and draft another quarterback because you're going to need one next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I mean, whatever. You've lost your top wide receiver. You lost your top running back. You're about to lose a quarterback now. Right? It's the same thing Jaden Daniels. Why is this guy – they're down 30-0, and you got him running around and he breaks his arm. Why the hell is he in the game? You got 4 wins.
I know. No, I 100% agree with what you're saying. But from a standpoint of just from a rookie, get as many
to play.
as he can.
John's coming in all upset. John's like 41-6 in the bowl game. 2 missed field goals, 2 missed extra points. I thought it was 4 missed field goals in that game, John. Easy winner on the under, never in doubt. I got to tweet that out. Under 47.5, never in doubt. Let me get on that to really stir the pot. Under 47, never in doubt. Oh boy. Oregon just jumped from 20.5 to I don't know where you've been. It's been 21.5 every spot I've seen it. That was I got an Oregon 20.5 and I got an Oregon at 19 and Oregon 21.5. I'm all over the board with my Oregon pick. He does need the reps, but he's got concussions. I agree with the concussions. Here we go. Maybe we'll finish this up. Thoughts on Cal Hawaii? Over 52.5. I can get on this over.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stay away from a Cal Hawaii over on the islands. I mean, what day is this game? Hold on. Let me find this bowl game.
It's Christmas Eve.
All right. Here we go. Christmas Eve bowl. Yep. All right. Let's go. We can do some overs here. The old Hawaii Bowl. What is this on? ESPN? Yeah. You got to kind of like it. The Cal quarterback says he's playing, which is bizarre considering they got the new head coach in there. But I guess that's a good sign. Hawaii's going to put up points. They've put up points this year. What is this, 51.5? I could see, wow, this looks low. I can see this being like a 35-33 game, something like 38-34.
And if you want to look at a narrative, it's a pretty cool one where it's what's his name, Rolovich, the coach for Cal, the interim coach for Cal, former Hawaii quarterback, the Hawaii coach Timmy Chang, former Hawaii quarterback. They either played together or they were right back to back together. So I think these two are going to want to shoot it out against each other. I 100% agree with that over.
Yeah, we can do this over here.
I like that.
Magic Mono, let's go over the total. Well, you know what? Let's roll a little. We'll roll this Cal game out here for us over 52.5. There you go. So, picks we've covered today: Memphis plus 4.5, under 40.5. Alabama, Cal over 52.5. We did say Texas A&M. We said we want to lay to 3.5, right? We were on that.
Yep.
Is that? Let me just get a number on that. 3 or 3.5? What do we got?
3.5.
Is it 3.5? No.
There are threes, but they're juiced at minus 118, minus 115.
Well, how about, hey, you know what? If we're going to take a juice number, we're going to take 2.5 minus 120. I'll take a juice 2.5 and 120.
Yep.
That was at Hard Rock. We'll take
Hard Rock. Yep.
It's in the States. We can play it. NC State already on the board here against Memphis. Our plus 4.5 not looking good with Memphis. 7-0 NC State. Just punched it in. There you go. So that means we got an in-game Memphis. Now it's time to jump on Memphis in-game here.
No, time.
Time to let's see what the in-game number is here with Memphis. Plus 7.5. Here you go. We're not using that as a pick here, but there you go. We cash Western Michigan lost the under. Memphis plus 4.5. Under Alabama 40.5. Cal over 52.5. A&M minus 2.5. Any other college football you want to add to those? Well, that's there's only 3 games tomorrow. We're not doing FCS.
That's about it.
That's that. NFL wise, again, we have Dallas minus 2, KC minus 3. Can I interest you in the Lions minus a touchdown?
Yes.
Detroit minus 7 versus Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh got their win. You know how they follow that up. They do not have the horses to go here with Detroit. And this is Detroit, kind of like Dallas. You're at home, kitchen sink kind of game. You're hanging on by a thread. You got the offense to really put Pittsburgh on its heels, and old man Rodgers cannot – they don't got it. They don't have it to hang around here. So Pittsburgh minus the 7. There is a 6.5, 120 at FanDuel, but I don't even care. I'll just lay the 7 anyway. Because I think it's going to be a two touchdown plus win anyway. So it doesn't make sense.
Goff and Campbell 23-9 ATS coming off a loss. They won 15 straight outright, and I think they roll this game.
Can I interest you in a Bengals Dolphin under 47.5?
Oh, God, that game is so ugly.
We have Quinn Ewers fighting, right?
Yep.
Quinn Ewers, I got a sad Joe Burrow complaining about everything. You think they're scoring? We move on. I'm just trying to thought. We've been here for a little over an hour. That's what I'm trying to thought. Although we do have 3 NFL plus 2 more NFL with Doug and myself. If you're on the Winner Circle YouTube, go check out Thursday video for 2 more underdog winners for you. So you got to watch it. I'm not giving them all away on one show. Go watch it.
Did you put San Fran on the list? Because we kind of both like them.
San Fran minus the 6. Here we go. Did not have that either. 5.5. 5.5 on San Fran. Here we go. All right. So you got 4 winners for us here right now. Dallas minus the 2. KC minus 3. Detroit minus 7. San Fran minus 5.5. Again, NFL free picks here for you on the Friday Football Live from Matt Fargo, myself. You want our best bets and top plays in the NFL? GamblersWorld.net, where right now it's a Christmas special, 25% off any pick or package, any capper, any side. Listen, day pass, $69.99, take 25% off. 30-day package, take 25% off. A single game, you want the Bad Boys Mowers Pinstripe Bowl winner, 25% off. Knock yourself out. 25% off the entire site. Merry Christmas to you and to all a good night. College footballs. We got the Memphis game underway here. Under Alabama tonight, 40.5. High noon tomorrow, Texas A&M minus 2.5. And down the road, we did give out the Cal Bears over 52.5. That is Christmas Eve. Again, we'll probably, if you're tuning in, again, notification bell on, folks, because on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There will be free pick videos up on the Winner Circle YouTube channel. Free picks will be up. There's a lot of bowl games. We'll get you covered there. Don't miss out on the free pick videos. Follow myself, Matt, Alex, and Gamblers World all on the X. They're all strolling underneath there. We tweet it out. Come say hello. Give us a follow. Again, free picks are the free picks. We got you there. We will be back next Friday. It's not a holiday Friday. It's a bowl Friday. We will be here. And I believe next Friday there is no bowl games next Friday. Hold on. Wait a second. No, I'm on NFL. Hold on a second. I was like, wait a second. You told me there's no bowl games on it. One. There we go. Here we go. We got the Sports Bowl at Ford Field, Central Michigan Northwestern. Guaranteed Rate Bowl, Chase Field, Arizona, New Mexico, Minnesota. First Responders Bowl in Dallas, Florida International, and UT San Antonio. So we'll be here live Friday next week. Free picks galore for you. Again, GamblesWorld.net for our best bets, 25% off. Matt, what do you got for the weekend lined up for everybody?
I have some college hoops tonight. 4 games going there. 1 NBA game. And Alabama, Oklahoma. CFP game as well. For Saturday, I have 1 NFL game up. Gonna have a ton of college hoops, and I do have 1 CFP game up for in college football as well. And NFL Sunday, I have 5 games that I'll be posting this afternoon.
5 games in the NFL. Love it. I got what do I got up? I got college football, NFL. What do we got? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs up for the weekend of college and NFL action. So go on and get them. Go on, get on board again. We're 25% off weekly, monthly pass, always cheaper, and get 25% off. All sports included, all packages included. For Matt, myself, Alex, the crew here, happy weekend. If we don't see you in the chat beforehand, Merry Christmas to everybody, but we will be here all next week doing videos for you. So good luck. Matt, I will see you on Tuesday.
Sounds great. Good luck, everyone.
See you.